Let us continue with our lesson, and today we are going to learn about the dependency management. So let's go and see what is a dependency and how we can make use of dependency management. So if you see over here, I have a small graph over here which says that we have a main activity, main view model, repository, and a database and a network service. So if we take a look over here, the main activity is pointing to the main view model, which means that the main activity has some dependency on the main view model. And similarly, the main view model has some dependency for the repository class, and the repository class has some dependency with the network service and a database service. So here we can say that this repository depends on the database service and a network service to function correctly, and the main view model depends on the repository to function it correctly, as well as the main activity depends on this main view model. So here you can see that this main view model has the dependency of the repository class. So if we want to make use, if you want this main view model to function correctly, we have to create an instance of this repository class. And similarly, if this repository class needs to function correctly, then we have to create a database service and a network service instance. So this repository is dependent on the database service and a network service, and similarly the view model is dependent on the repository, as well as the main activity is dependent on the main view model. So we can say here that these are the dependency classes. So network service and the database service are the dependencies for the repository, and the repository is a dependency for the main view model, and similarly the main view model is the dependency for the main activity. So here we can, in a simple words, when we want to say about the dependency, we can say that when one class needs the another class instance to function or to work correctly, then we can say there is a dependency. So here we can see that in order to repository to function correctly, we need a database service and a network service instance to create it so that we can make use of the database service and a network service. So these two are the dependencies over here. So I hope you guys got it. What is a dependency? Dependency means that when one class requires the another class instance to function correctly, then we can say there is a dependency. And what about the dependency management? So the management over here is that how we are going to handle all of this creation. So how we are going to handle the creation of the database service, network service, and also how we are going to handle the creation or the creating of the new instance of the repository class, as well as the view model class. So all of this has to be created a new instance in order to have some reference. So let's say if I want to make use of a view model in a main activity, I need to create a new instance of the view model. So all of these are how we are going to manage it. So the management of all of this dependency is called a dependency management. So I hope you guys have some basic concept over here about the dependencies and the dependency management. So we'll continue in some of the practical lesson on the next video, and we'll see how to create all of this, and we'll be looking forward about the other framework that will help us to manage and create all of this dependency more easily. So first of all, we'll see in a manual way and how we do in a normal way. So let's meet up in the next lecture and do some practical.